What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Val and welcome to my channel. So I just wanted to come on here really quick with a quick message about how to have a peace of mind in 2023 and share different ways on how to have a peace of mind, because some of you haven't had a peace of mind in a long time. Okay, so one way to have a peace of mind in 2023 is to start your day off with prayer, meditating on the word. You want to make sure that you're starting your day off correctly, on a good note. Okay, if you have to take 5 minutes to yourself in the morning, do that. If you need 5 minutes of quiet time, do it. Okay, you want to make sure you are starting your day off on a positive note. Before you go and tackle the world, before you go clock in, before you have to go to that job you may hate, make sure you start your day off with some type of prayer or meditating on the word. Okay, because you want to make sure that you are covered. That coworker or supervisor who's constantly lying about you, gossiping about you, they know that you have the light. They're going to try to push your buttons. They're going to annoy you. They're going to continue to talk about you. And sometimes that may get under your skin, but start your day off with prayer so that way when they are doing that, you're not getting triggered. You know why they're doing that. You know that they know that you have the light. So you can't let that bother you. So make sure you're covered and you're staying connected with God. So another way that you can have a peace of mind in 2023 is to set boundaries. You have to set boundaries with your family. You have to set boundaries with your friends, your coworkers. You need to set boundaries, okay? You have to show people that they can't disrespect you. You have to show people how to treat you, okay? And the thing is, people are they're gonna try you. They're going to push your buttons. They're going to see how far they can get away with certain things. Okay, they're gonna continue to poke the bear. So if you're not saying anything, if you're not putting boundaries in place, then they're gonna continue to poke the bear. They're gonna continue to do whatever it is that they're doing. Okay, if you don't speak up, if you don't say there's anything wrong with it, then they're going to continue to do it. For example, if you tell your friend that, hey, I don't like when you show up to my house unannounced. Can you please let me know when you're coming over? If you don't tell them that, then how are they going to know that it bothers you? You have to put that boundary in place. You have to let them know, hey, don't show up to my home unannounced. Can you just give me a heads up? Okay, that's putting boundaries in place. And if somebody feels some type of way because you put boundaries in place, if they don't like that, then that's a red flag. Because at the end of the day, we all have boundaries that shouldn't be crossed. It doesn't matter how small or how big it is, okay? You set your boundaries. If you don't like something, then that's fine. It could be something so small. Hey, don't come in my home and not take off your shoes. Like, if that's how you like to operate in your home, if you don't want guests to walk in your home with their shoes on, you have every right. Like, it's your home. So you have to put the boundary in place. You have to let people know. So make sure you are putting boundaries in place. Don't let people walk all over you. Don't let people just say whatever they want to you and you not speak up. And the thing is, setting boundaries doesn't mean that there has to be confrontation. It doesn't mean that you're being disrespectful. It just means that, hey, you're doing something that I don't like, and can you please not do it? That's it. Put the boundaries in place. Okay, so another way to have a peace of mind in 2023 is to stop letting everybody have access to you. Everybody doesn't need to have access to you. Everybody doesn't need to have access to your home, your family, your life, your goals, your business. Everybody doesn't need to have access to you. Okay? So you need to protect your peace, your energy, your time. Okay? Because some people, they drain you. They will drain your energy. They will suck the life out of you. Okay? So you have to be very careful with who you allow to have access to you. And you shouldn't allow everybody to have access to you. Okay, it should be a privilege to have access to you. Every time you have something going on, if you have certain goals, or if you want to start a business, everybody doesn't need to know that. Okay, if you want to share it to people that you really trust, close ones, your family, then maybe. And even that too can be a problem. Okay, so sometimes there are certain things that you have to keep between you and God. All right, everybody doesn't need to know what's going on in your life. And the more you tell people, the more your business is going to be spread. And the more information that you share with people, then the more people are going to know your business, because most likely they're going to share your business. They're going to tell other people about what you have going on. So make sure that you are not letting everybody and anybody have access to you. Another way to have a peace of mind in 2023, learning how to love yourself and learning yourself. Okay, learn how to love yourself. What do you like about yourself? What do you dislike about yourself? Doing the self-work, self-reflecting, all right? If you have to go to therapy, if you feel like you need to speak to a professional, then do that. If you need to go on a fast and, you're having some issues within yourself, then do that. If there's something that you don't like about yourself, then work on it. If you have flaws that you want to work on, then do that. Learn how to love yourself and also take the time to learn yourself. Once you take the time to learn yourself, you learn about your flaws, you learn about what you dislike, things that you want to work on, things that you want to be better at, goals that you have. Once you start doing the self-reflecting and working on yourself, and you know that you have flaws that you really need to work on, and you really start working on those flaws and you start getting better and becoming a better person, you will start loving yourself. Okay, I can speak about myself. Once I started learning about myself, what I dislike, what I don't like, what I need to work on, and actually putting in the work, I started to love myself more. I started to appreciate myself more. The things that I thought were negative traits about myself were actually not negative. Some of them were actually positive. Like, for example, I'm the type of person that will tell it like it is, but respectfully. I don't sugarcoat anything. And I thought that was a negative trait to have. But the more I started learning about myself, I'm like, okay, this is just how I am. Like, God created me to be bold. He created me to speak up when other people are not speaking up. He created me to, notice things that other people may not notice. And I'm the only one that's speaking up on it. So there were times where I thought, man, why am I the only one that's speaking up about this? So I'm the type of person where it's like, okay, if I see something that's wrong, I'll speak up. Or, if the majority don't see it, then God will show it to me. And it's like, I have no option but to speak up. So I thought it was a negative trait to, be like a tell it like it is person. Sometimes people may perceive that as it's negative, or, you think you know it all. But it's like, no, it's just God just made me bold. Certain things people may not speak up on. But for me, it's like, if I see something wrong, it's hard for me to hold it in. So it's like, I got to speak up. But I always make sure that I'm saying it respectfully. I don't ever, go out my way to disrespect anybody. That's when I started to appreciate some of the things that I used to dislike about myself. So take the time to learn yourself, what you don't like, what you dislike, what you love about yourself. If you got to write it down, then do that as well. Just take the time. Take the time to learn who you are. Learn yourself. Self-reflect, okay? I'm really big on self-reflection, because a lot of people walk around like they don't have nothing wrong with them. They don't need to do no work, and they're just perfect human beings. That is not true, okay? We all have things that we need to work on. So I highly, highly, highly recommend to take time to self-reflect so you can be a better person, okay? And that will help you have a peace of mind. If you're constantly thinking negatively about yourself, then you're not going to have a peace of mind. So that's why you need to take the time to self-reflect, okay? To change your mindset. Why do you hate yourself so much? Why don't you like certain attributes about yourself? Why don't you like how you walk, how you talk? Why don't you like your personality? Why don't you like your hair? Why don't you like, your nose? Why don't you like this? Why don't you like that about yourself? And sometimes it's a deep, deep rooted issue, okay? Certain things, it goes deep and it goes far as your childhood, okay? So there are certain things where you feel like, okay, this is something that's really deep, and you may need a professional to talk to. There are certain things about yourself where you're acting a certain way because of something that happened in your childhood, okay, and you don't love yourself because of something that happened in your past. So there are certain things where it's deep, okay? So that's why I say self-reflect. Do some self-reflecting so that way you can learn and love yourself. Another way to have a peace of mind is to start doing things that bring you joy. Do things that bring you some type of peace and joy. Whatever hobbies that you have. It could be going to the gym. It could be photography, going out in nature and journaling, content creation, cooking, learning new recipes, whatever it is that brings you joy, whatever hobbies that you have that gives you some type of peace of mind and happiness, then do that. Some of you had old hobbies in the past that you used to enjoy doing, but life happens and you probably don't have the time anymore, so you don't have those same hobbies anymore. And those hobbies used to bring you peace and happiness. Maybe start incorporating those old hobbies that you used to have. If you used to love taking, photos, you're into photography, then maybe pick up the camera and start taking pictures again. If you have to use your phone, then, and get creative again, then do that. If that was like your peace, that was like your joy, that was something that you enjoyed doing, you just loved it, maybe try finding some time to start doing that again. Do things that bring you joy, that bring you some type of peace, that may give you a peace of mind. It's like your me time, kind of. You're doing things that you enjoy doing. You have to take time to, have your me time. Have time to do things that you really enjoy doing, okay? To have some type of peace of mind. Sometimes you need that me time to clear your head. Sometimes you need that moment to just be creative. Whatever it is that you were into that brought you peace, whatever hobbies that you had, bring those things back. And I know everybody's situation is different. People have families and you may, not have the time. If it's just 30 minutes, even if it's just 30 minutes a week, make sure you're setting aside some time for yourself to do something that you love to do. If you love going to the gym, if that's your way to decompress, to relieve some stress, to clear your head, if it's just 30 minutes, then do that. Just make sure that you're at least squeezing some type of time for yourself. If you have to, go out for a walk to decompress, or you just enjoy nature in general, if that's your me time, if that brings you joy, just being in nature, then make sure you're taking time to actually do those things. So don't neglect yourself. Some people are so used to helping others and doing things for others and making sure that everybody else is happy, and you forget about yourself. So don't forget that you're important as well. Your peace of mind is important. So make sure that you're also taking the time to, do things that you enjoy doing, things that bring you joy and happiness. So I hope this video was helpful, and I would love to hear what you guys are going to do in 2023 to have a peace of mind. And don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.